Welcome back, grinders. Poker Ringer here, aka Dusty Truth on PokerStars. I am once again running deep in a tournament. We just got into the money. Top 188 got paid. We're down to 169 from 1,000 plus players. 1,000 plus for first place. We are in a good position here. We're 14th of 169. About to finish our break here. Been folding for a long time. It's been right by the money bubble. Been some pretty aggressive players on this table, so things can change awfully quick. We'll find out. But we definitely need a payday. We're due for one. Be very disappointed if we don't make this final table. I've had a lot of buy-ins today. We tried our biggest buy-in. Well, not our biggest. We did a 55 at one point, but we tried a 33 bounty builder today. I got screwed. We're a deep stack too. I had a pocket pair. I lost to overcards pre-flop. There was like 3 bounties in the hand, and I knew a guy was shoving wide, so I called him with pocket sixes. He had ace 9, and he caught. Do I want to 3-bet this guy is the question. He's been raising awfully a lot of hands. Yeah, I think I do. I will obviously call the big blind. If he comes over topless, we'll fold ace jack. I've been doing nothing but folding, and he's been really aggressive, so we should get some credit. Here we go. So big and small blind are both very short stack, but for 10 big blinds, I'm definitely willing to call them here. If he wants to dance, we can do it. Okay, sometimes I'd slow play this, but I'm actually not going to. If he's got an 8, good for him. But let's bet our 3. There we go. Okay, we are 9 of 168. The next pay jump, we have $12 locked up from a $7 buy-in. The next pay jump is at 107. There's the payouts there. Sometimes I feel like I should leave the payouts I don't know, is that annoying? Should I do something like that? In case people want to see the payouts, maybe like that. It's not horrible. There you go. This guy's raising under the gun. You better be calling there queens. All right, another one bites the dust. Oh, I did not want to leave that table. Had a pretty good read on that table. Okay, based on where these stacks are, it's a pretty good table for us. The guy that can take us out is to our left. Everyone else is short stacked to our right. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, this could be interesting with some of these short stacks here. He's 25 bigs. I don't want to call 25. I'm definitely calling this guy in the button. Okay, we're going to defend this. I don't think there's a point of building it up here. Even though Queen Jack's a nice hand to 3-bet because it blocks a lot of the hands they could be raising with. But I'm not going to get too fancy. It's my second hand at this table. I got nice chip stacks. I don't need to get all crazy just quite yet. We got good stacks beside us, so I'm going to definitely raise that. No one's going to shove that wide. If he was like 12 big blinds, I wouldn't want to do it, but 25, he's not going to risk his tournament with nothing. Okay, that's a good flop for us. We can steal a lot of this a lot of times. I'm going to slow it down now. It's not a scary card for him. If it was another Broadway card, like if a jack or a queen or a king would have came on the turn, I could have double barreled. But if he had middle pair there, he's not going to fold with that turn. Okay, we'll be raising this if it gets to us. Easy fold. Down to 150, baby. Sucks. This wasn't a knockout tournament, and I just happened to knock out a lot of people in this one. It's too bad. We play a lot of bounty tournaments. Pocket sevens. There's 12 big blinds here. I don't think I'd call that if you went all in. There's just too many people behind us, and 12, 14 big blinds actually puts us in a pretty awkward spot if we just flat. I don't want to commit, but I will raise, and I'll call the big blind. Okay, if this guy goes all in, I could protect my hand and steal the dead money behind us here. So if this guy goes all in now, I can come over top of him. And hopefully this guy's not slow playing. But I think these two guys would fold. So if he jams here, yeah, I'm going to do it, guys. So hopefully we can isolate him and take this dead money sitting here. There we go. So we got a flip with free money. We're going to lose the flip like usual. 7. Oh, man. Perfect spot. But it was a good play. We got extra equity. He's short stacked, you know. He's not going to always hit there. Man, we run deep like every night. It's crazy. And we can't win flips and win hands. We're ahead when it matters. One of these days, we will run good and spike one of these wins. Still have a lot of chips. This guy's a dangerous player, and he's got some chips. I'm going to put a little cautious here. I can't call the big blind if it goes all in. Nice, we get a walk. We'll take that. We will take that. Everyone fold. We'll play against this big blind. We'll limp in here. Okay, he's somewhat tight here. It's only 12 hands. That's a very strange play for 10 big blinds just to raise and not go all in. That's pretty interesting there. Okay, I'm going to try my second attempt at stealing these blinds. Got caught our first time versus him. Never mind. Oh, it's too bad we didn't get to see that flop with 6-7 here. Could have checked, we could have bet. Tens hold up. Down to 129. People are dropping like flies. Okay, once again, there's not too many short stacks behind us here. So I could open up here. Fold to any 3-bet. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. All right, every time I think I'm going to make a move, I don't get the option. All good. It's a strange bet. Limp in and bet pot on that flop doesn't really make sense to me, but took it down. It's a really big C bet. For this guy, just a flat here doesn't really make sense to me. Could be inducing. See if this guy comes over top of him. But under the gun razor there. And this guy just, this is a pretty powerful just for him to call there. Either he doesn't know what he's doing. Threes, wow. So what was he going to do if that guy went all in? That did not make sense to me. I put cautious. We're going to change this to this. We're not in a pay jump, so I don't know what this guy's doing, or unless he's just falling asleep. Feel like we are. Okay, baby, let's wake up with a hand here. King deuce. This one guy's just abusing everyone. Sorry, guys, I'm not talking too much. I'm pretty tired. Trying to save a bit of energy for a final table, and we'll get the part 2 or part 3 of this video banging. Pretty happy, though, with our term results. Even though the bank account keeps going up and down, I've explained this in every video, very big chances for our bankroll. You know, on average, if you have $100, you should be playing $1 tournaments. So obviously, if you have $200, you should play in $2 tournaments. Is what most people would recommend, and especially if you're playing turbos and bounties and hypers, there's a lot of variance, right? So we've been playing way above, you know. So today the account was at 270, and we did $33 tournaments, a couple of 11s, a couple of 3s, played some $7 spins. We've been firing some chips here, so. But I'm happy with we've only been playing back tournaments for 3 weeks, maybe a month. Besides, we were obviously playing spin and goes, but the MTTs, like multi-table tournaments. Ooh, this is a tougher spot. I'm going to open here. I'm not too powerful to fold, I think. Everyone's been pretty tight in this table. I really don't want this guy to go all in again. Oh, this guy here. Okay, so this is one of these spots again, guys. If this guy goes all in, I can maybe just jam it and have this free money. 10 queen does pretty good, but I don't see these guys calling. They would have re-raised me. Okay, they shouldn't hit this too often. So I'm going to try to represent a pocket pair, like aces or kings. Nice. That was huge. That was risking a lot of chips for us. I like our bet sizing there. Looked pretty powerful. If we had aces, is kind of what we'd bet. Okay, do we want to call the button for 6 big blinds? I think so. For what's already in the middle. 6-8 suited is pretty good. We can't call that. But I think I would have called the button. Knowing he's going to jam tons. Even though he's been pretty tight. Just got a free orbit, but bounties, I think we'd have to call there. 6-8 suited does so well. At the worst, we're going to be like 30% or something like that. Okay, we're 7 away from a new pay jump. Now 6. Really haven't been getting hands once again. Common theme for us when we're deep in a tournament. $28 big blinds and he's just shoving there. So I would think that's around pocket 10s, pocket jacks. Shouldn't be higher than that. I think you'd want some equity. So it should be more like jacks, between jacks and 8s. Maybe even 7s. Shouldn't it be lower than that? Maybe ace king just opens up and shoves. But I would think it's more like a pocket 10s, pocket jacks, right around that. Okay, here's our pocket 7s. We have a very aggressive player on the big blind. I want to keep in mind a total opposite beside him. This guy's had a lot of chips since we got here in 17 hands. He's only played about 2 hands. Okay, this is interesting if he goes all in. Because do we just flat or do we go over top of him? I think we just flat. We just call him. And the small blind, we'd have to call his all in if he came over top of us. But I don't like this guy's 75 bigs. We're 40 bigs there. Okay, do I want to 3-bet here? You know what, guys? I think I've already 3-bet him once. But I think I do want to 3-bet. It's a pretty big raise, though. Fuck, maybe I don't want to 3-bet. Yeah, maybe I do want to 3-bet. So I think we're going to go 10, 2, 5, 5. Well, that's perfect flop for us guys for pocket 7s. Wow, like it. That was a perfect flop for 7s there. If we didn't want a jack, queen, king, ace, anything like that. I just figured if he came over top of us, we're borderline. We could just call him, go for a flip to try to win this thing. You know what I mean? We have fold equity right there. Just with 7s, I don't really want to flop. We're almost going to fold every flop. Like even there, if we would have just called, then he would have c-bet that flop. Are we super excited? Like we would have called him, right? Then we're committing more chips. Let's just say he would have bet half pot, and then let's say if a jack, queen, king, anything comes there, or a flush draw comes, like anything. I think you kind of got to raise there. Down to 107, so we just got that new pay jump, $21 back from a $7 buy-in. Next pay jumps in about 35 people there, roughly, whatever that is. No, more than that. Whatever, 30 plus. King 9 suited, we will raise this. Not if this guy goes all in for 6 big blinds. If it was a bounty tournament, we would. Just change that. Don't want to get locked in here in middle position here with these stacks behind us. Even though I gotta be honest, this is a really soft table. One guy's playing really, a little aggressive, but he seems to only when the actions are into him first. And this whole table is pretty tight. So if anyone 3-bets us, we can just, overly fold because no one's really making moves here. But this guy's a little different, but the rest of the table is just super nitty. So I'm going to check this one. I've been c-betting everything. He's an aggressive player, but I could float here depending on his bet size. So I am going to float here. King high is going to do good here sometimes. Man, I would love to jam this guy. We can't, but Pocket fours. Do I want a flat here? I think I'm going to, guys. Don't jam. Don't jam. Oh, we want to see a flop one time. Fuck my life. We gave him perfect spot. What a big 3-bet, too. I like it. He's not really asking for a call there, is he? Just saw his spot and took some chips. We are in 33, we're 33 of 102. That was painful. So when we see this aggressive guy, anytime it's his turn, he bets. We want to know that's how he plays, right? So obviously, if we hit it, unless there's some crazy draws here, he's going to bet every time. We could check raise him almost with air, knowing that he's gonna bet every time. But if we are strong, we want to let him do our betting for us, because he doesn't seem like he's going to turn down that option. This guy playing a 4-blind stack like a boss. He hasn't been folding anything. He questioned ace queen. All right, here's our ace queen suited. We're 40 bigs, guys. We pretty much should get committed to this. We could go over top of anyone. Okay, here we have aggressive guy in the small blind and a short stack, so we are coming over top of both of them. Question is, how big? Do we just jam the small blind, or do we do a proper bet size? Okay, we're definitely doing that. Wish us luck here. Okay, we're way ahead. Come on, baby, let's hold. There we go. So we get our chips right back. That's a very big pot for us. Not used to holding in those spots as of late. We are back in 20th spot at 97. Okay, him just limping in here. He's never raised before. Last time he did this, he bet like pot. So we want to keep in mind. Don't know what he's limping in all the time with. Some people just don't raise pre-flop. Puts us in an awkward spot, to be honest, because we're playing a hand out of position. 13 bigs. So I would have called this guy with ace 10. But I don't fucking like that this guy's doing that there. Still have this guy behind me. This guy's been tight. I don't know, I think ace 10's a call here. I actually do think it is. Oh, man. Guys, I'm doing it. Don't wake up with a hand, Otis. Lay it down, Otis. Fold, Otis. Gives you your 1400. Okay, we need a 10. 10. 10 or jack. Oh, I guess it wouldn't be a 10, but we needed a jack. Oh, we chopped it. What? We will take that. We even made a bit of money off Otis. Wow. How about people just waking up with huge hands with short stack there? I'm pretty sure we did the right play there. I'm going to review that. Okay, I'm getting out of line a little bit. Don't need to do that with 9-2. That guy there, just so you know, he's the guy who gave us a bad beat earlier. We had the that spot where he took the dead money over here. So we were even with bad beats, sir. You took my chips so when I chopped yours. Okay, we have big blinds sitting out. Do I want to just raise this guy? Oh, flat. This guy going to do that again? Do I just jam him? What a horrible flop. Go fuck yourself. 6. That is the worst flop on the planet. I guess I'm a pussy for not 3-betting that guy, seeing that the big blind was out. Down to 95 people. How I see this tournament going, when we get to this break, would be down roughly to 70 people, right around there. The next hour, we'd be getting close to the final table, and then the final table would be about an hour. So hopefully we still have a couple hours of poker. These tournaments last a while. That's why I was liking the spin and goes. I just think there's so much value in these tournaments. I think, you spike them, spin and goes, they just fit my schedule more. It's hard to play for constant 5-6 hours, especially back-to-back nights. But there's so much value. It's hard not to want to play. I definitely would recommend if you're starting at the bankroll, $100 kind of thing. As you see for the challenge, you start with 5. I would never recommend that. The whole point of that was just to show people if you don't have much money, you can still build a bankroll. But I'd recommend more so, earn a paycheck, put a decent amount of money in to start it with. If you put a lot in, then maybe you'll take it serious and you'll defend it. This we have to defend here, but that's a fucking pretty big raise. Yeah, I'd much recommend, I wouldn't be putting less than 100, but whatever your bankroll is, but even putting 500 in, 1,000 in, and then you're starting at stakes you feel comfortable with. If you don't want to deposit again, maybe start with $1,000 and have a very, very conservative bankroll. If I was saying it was 1 to 100, even you start with 1,000, doesn't mean you have to start with 10. Do a whole bunch of $3 ones, see how you do. Whatever you feel comfortable with. But if you're in a position to get paychecks and, reload, maybe you don't want to waste your time on the 1 cent, 2 cent if you already know how to play. But I do think it's a great way to learn your fundamentals. This guy, I feel like he's going to give us a bad beat or something or wake up with a hand. He's super, super aggressive. I find it hard. He's sitting right beside us. Guys, our first hand of the tournament. And look, big blind sitting out. So this could look like we're trying to steal it. This one time, this guy goes all in, guys. I'm not going to come over top of him. Oh, wow. Now we have to come over top. I guess we have to, right? 440 big blinds. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to do it. I want to slow play it, but I can't afford seeing a flop. I don't mind a dead 15,000 sitting there. Go ahead and fold. We want to win the tournament, but the fact that he's crazy. We're definitely ahead. Can we hold? Come on, baby, let's hold. Hold. There we go. 40 big blinds. I just, if we call, this big guy is getting even priced in there. Look at that board, 10-10 jack. Like we would have been fucked. This guy just bets out. I'm pissed off that we just called, right? That puts us in 14th with 85. Yeah, I can't believe my instincts was begging this guy to fold there. It just was so much money for him to go 15, 16 big blinds and think about folding. But when you have kings there, you should be begging for a call. That shows you how bad we've been running when you're terrified of someone calling with pocket kings. Maybe I should have waited a lot longer than that guy would have called. With that board, though, I'm starting to wonder if we wanted him to. We would have been ahead, but we might have took it on the chin. to go get a water, guys. I'll be back in a sec. All right, we're back. Okay, 13 of 83. Next page jumps when we get to 71, as you can see on the side there. I've mentioned this in my last videos. If you know what Shark Scope is for online poker trackings, I'm a couple $100 away from lifetime cash-ins of 60,000 of total cash-ins on tournaments. So pretty happy about that. I wanna hit that this weekend. Hopefully today in this tournament. We are gonna defend that. This guy's been super tight, but we're gonna defend 7-8. Ooh, man, his C-bets have been so savage. I think we have to call here. Okay, guys. We lose to pocket kings, pocket nines is about it. And he shouldn't have nines there. Or king. Well, he could have kings, but I think he's going to bet hard here. Question is, do we just call? Does that look too strong? I think we just go all in and get his kings to call us. I don't see him folding there betting that much. Let's go all in. Ace king. Booyah. I just think if we just call there, it looks way too strong. So he did a min raise. We're in the big blind there, all those annies. We flop a pair, and he did 1/3 pot, which to be honest, I would have done everything he did. He just got unlucky. He didn't play the hand bad. Just worked out for us. We are 9 of 79, baby. Slowly getting some chips. As you can see, we just had pocket kings. I was about to say we haven't had hands. We haven't had aces this whole tournament. That happens a lot for us till we get deep. Aces do well there. That guy's actually been pretty aggressive on my table earlier. He got awfully lucky versus 2 people. And then one hand, he called a stupid raise, like 22 big blinds with pocket threes. Someone had ace-9 and flopped ace-9, and he flopped a set. But he never should have been in the hand to even catch the set on the flop. 10 of 76, 5 away from another $9. We will take the $9. This is a staking company right here, if you see that symbol. I just do this in case they change their pitcher, that he's a tournament player. If you didn't know this, if you're somehow new to online poker, there's many staking companies that will, if you have a HUD that I use, like a Poker Tracker, Hold a Manager, there's some other ones. If you have something like this that can track your results, you can send in applications to several sites. That is one of them. There's going to be 10 to 20, or if not more, and they will give you money, coach you, and work your way up the rankings. Now, I think some of them now, if you are a college student, some kind of education, you don't even have to have poker experience. They're just going to start you very, very low. They'll do an interview with you. I've gone through a bit of the process. I was going to do this with Smart Spins for Spin and Ghost. The reason why I didn't do it with them, they were going to do it with me. They offered to send me money. The volume they want to do is I have a full-time job and a wife and a kid. And my single days, I would have jumped all over it. I think the opportunity now to make it in poker, if you're 20 years old, is better than ever. Anyways, the volume a lot of these sites want you to do. I think for Spin and Goes, it was minimum, I want to say 3,000 to 4,000 spins a month, probably closer to 3,000 a month. and then they review your stats, and they coach you. It's a great way. They back you. They take away the stress of money. Obviously, with that, I don't know how it works. How if you want to leave them, maybe you get coached for a year with them, work your way up to the stakes, and then you want to go on your own after you just pay them back. But anyways, they also do it for this kind of tournaments too. I know there's a one called like Poker. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of them. But I do know they require volume. So if you're sitting at home, you don't have a job, you could definitely do it. Myself, I have a mortgage, I have bills. Too hard for me to put that much volume in. Now, if we ever spike some of these tournaments or hit a big spin and go, maybe that changes what we want to do here. But for now, we are a micro stake grinder. You never know what's going to happen. Oh man, I felt like the jack was going to get there. So sick, man. Just hurts when you run that. We're going to open this up here. I don't want this small blind. This guy 13 bigs to jam us here. Don't do it, buddy. Don't do it. We're under the gun here. Oh, he just flatted. That's very strange. Wow. We building a huge pot 9-8 suited. No one jam. I'm under the gun. Holy crap, guys. I'm going to bet my ace here. There shouldn't be too many aces out there. I'm going to bet it a little harder than usual. I don't think this guy's strong. He would have raised us. It's better flush draw. If we hit it, we get rewarded, but we have a lot of fold equity. There we go, baby. That's what raising under the gun is when an ace comes. They're going to put you on that. We'll call 8-13 bigs right there. 30 bigs. We're 11 of 73. I'm going to slow down on this one. Don't really want to raise this guy. He's too deep. But I'm definitely seeing a flop. Too bad one of these is in a spades. Like our ace of spades there would have been nice. How much do we want to call? We really have 3 outs. Do we really want to see a queen of spades? Not horribly for that much. Do we call one more? I think we call one. There we go. There's that queen of spades. Do we protect our hand by leading out? I think if he bets, we just raise him. Get it in. He's got a flush. Good for him. I think we just raise him, guys. If he has an ace of spades, he'll call us. 2 pairs are going to call us. Sets are going to call us. He didn't snap call, so we're ahead. Nice. Good thing about that is, too, no one sees our hand. I'm not, obviously we had a straight there. Want him to call, if he doesn't have a flush. But we did chase an inside there, but he priced us in. He bet extremely low for that type of board. We are 5 of 72. Is this the tournament we finally get the cards running our way? If this is your first video watching, go back and see our last week of tournaments. A lot of deep runs and a lot of getting fucked towards the end. Wow. This is interesting because we have a lot of 8s in our range here. He shouldn't under the gun here. I could check raise off this bluff. Off this draw. Yeah, I probably should. He's betting so hard now. I think I should, but he's almost committed himself. If she folds, I think I am going to raise. Wow. I don't think I can now with her there. Hoping it goes check, check. I don't think I can call another bet. In fact, this guy got 2 callers, though. Even if you have queens, kings, aces, anything like that, 2 people called that board. You're pretty scared. I guess not scared enough. Let's find out what this girl's doing if my check raise would have worked. Doesn't look like it. I'm not calling that anymore. Could be drawing dead. He could have a higher flush draw, ace king suited. One away from not locking up another 9 books. Oh. King, queen. We are raising this if it gets to us. This guy's been pretty aggressive. Okay, let's first raise this. Let's make sure we know this guy's been aggressive too. Don't jam us for 30 bigs. We can't call that. I'm gonna check this. I don't want to get checked raised off this hand with the overcards and inside draw. That board we're not gonna hit too often, so I don't know how much credit I'm gonna get. I'd rather just get a free card here. I will call a bet here if it's like 6,000, 5,000, 7,000. Do we want to call that? I think we do. I think he's just stabbing. Wow. We don't even have ace high, but such a brick. Such a brick on that river. Even if it was a spade, we can come over top of him to represent a backdoor flush. For that 8 is just like a perfect card for him to keep betting. Even his hands that don't have much, we don't beat too much there. Oh. Wow, the min 3-bet. Never understood that. I guess if you have pocket aces, maybe. Not my style, but everyone has their own way. This guy's betting sizes are pretty on point, I'm not gonna lie. Besides that 3-bet there pre-flop, but he could be on some next level shit here. I know a lot of people do that play. I don't think this guy's folding though, I really don't. I think we're gonna find out. Coming over top of him. Wow. It's a king check to you ever? Knowing you're gonna bet? King, wow, he had aces, he did have the aces. So that min 3-bet means we said it. Okay, guys, we are 10 of 70 with our $30 locked up so far. But more is coming our way, baby. This one's borderline. I could raise fold to any raises here, but right there, boom, 7 big blinds was beside us. Let's see what Mr. Egger's going to do here, who never freaking folds. He's played 50% of hands in 10 hands so far. This is not a huge sample, but this guy here I played 62 hands with, so it's a bit more better for some stats. The guys who get stacked, their best part about them is they don't really punt. So you can kind of give their games a bit of respect. He should know like shoving ranges like that 12 to 15, big blinds, 18 big blinds. But they really don't get out of the line. They have to show their play and how they play. They keep it pretty simple because at these stakes, if you play pretty straightforward, you're going to be okay. This is a perfect spot, guys. We're going to try a 3-bet. We have the chips that if we have to lay it down, we will. 4, 8, 12. Let's go. That button's going to raise so often. Small blind price us in here. If he comes over top of us, we just fold it, but there's a lot of dead money sitting there. This guy's 26 big blinds. If he was strong, he should have just came over top of him, right? I think they're trying to get a free hand here. There we go, baby. Starting to learn how to play this game. That was, I'm pretty proud of that move because I don't usually pick my spots enough. I'm too much of a pussy to punt chips. But 60 big blinds there, we have some chips that, if we would have came over top of us, okay, we're down to 50 big blinds. But to me, he's going to be raising so much there that I'm actually going to fold this, though. I really don't want to play ace 900 position. Seven of 68. Man, I'm happy with that play. Might not seem that hard for some of you guys there. But the proper bet sizing, that I didn't make it too small that they can't just call me now because they're pot committed. I went a little harder, but not hard enough that it looks like I'm just spewing away chips. We have ace 9 here is another hand we should be doing it with, to be honest. He's doing it again, though. This guy might get sick and tired of us. Fuck, he really doesn't raise much with the sample size we have with him, though. I'm going to flat this one. His stats are pretty tight for an MTT player. I actually almost want to show an ace there. So that guy would respect my 3-betting. I didn't 3-bet him with an ace. Ace 8, we are going to raise again. The problem is we're getting these mediocre hands. It looks like we're a lot more aggressive than we are. But we have position here. It's a short table now. This big blind hasn't played a hand in 11 hands. Hasn't played one. Sorry, maybe one hand. 1 of 11. If he 3-bets us, I think we're going to bow with the ace 8. Nice, I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Okay, guys, we're getting aggressive, and now we have a hand. The hand that seems to fuck us in every tournament. We play it aggressive like we're supposed to. Keep getting in good. All right, here we go again. 7 of 67. We've been raising a lot, so they might... Okay, well, this guy's been tight, but for 36 big blinds, we have to call all in there. This guy hasn't 3-bet much, but he is 1 of 15 he's 3-betted. He's got a lot of chips, but overall he's very aggressive. Played the most hands on the table and most pre-flop raises. 20,000, guys. He's out of position, though. And that's a really big raise. I don't think aces or kings raise that hard. I think we're going to re-raise them here. I've never done this before with this hand, but I think I'm going to. We're just going to tournament with the guys. He's got more chips than us, but I'm doing it. I've never played ace-king like this. Okay, I'm not folding now, guys. Hopefully it's queens. We're going to flip to win this thing. If we win this hand, we're in first place. Kings, we need an ace. We need an ace one time. Ace. Oh, we lost it. I've never played ace-king that hard, but against the most aggressive player. That obviously hurts. We're in a position there. Well, probably a punt because of how deep stack we are, but it's hard when you watch so many guys play it that way. I think the book tells you to 3-bet in that spot. or 4-bet, sorry. You gotta have 4 bets in your ranges. And after that much, I'm not gonna fold after I've already committed my half my stack. So he raised us really big. Out of position, like probably afraid to play a flop is kind of what it looks like. Like our sizing there. I actually thought about going a little bigger, like 72. Yeah, I can't fold after that. Just no way. No way. He's going to have queens there so often. He's going to have queens so often there. Guys, that's that. I'm going to end the video. We locked up $30 from that. Let me know what you think about that hand. Hindsight's 20/20, but pretend you don't know the outcome. See what you would have done. Let me know. Peace out. Thanks for watching.